Welcome back to RimWorld, you guys. Let's load back into our colony and see how things are going. We had the massive battle, I say massive, but massive victory anyway, the battle at Lansing's Wall. Kind of makes me wish that I could designate landmarks on the overall map. We've managed to hold them off for a little bit. We have seen that we are getting into the portion of the game where it is incumbent that we start playing with some of Tynan's rules, some of his expectations for how games like this are supposed to go. And that means killboxes. That means automated turrets. That means mortars. And we wanted to stay away from as much of that as we possibly could. So far, we've largely been able to. But the more that I think about this, the more I realize that one of two things is going to have to happen. Either we need to move to a new settlement site and give up all of this, or we're going to have to start putting a little more effort in fortification. That means we may have to push off the goals for the new cabin down here, or even another cabin up here, in exchange for getting at least some turrets and defensive structures operational. All right, I think that's suboptimal, but I also kind of think it's fair. We have pushed this game so many episodes already without, really dealing with this, knowing that it's kind of a game thing. So what I want to start doing is I want to start building some structures. What I don't want to do is force them into a situation where they can't do any building without coming into our area, because I think that might make them start coming in from here. I'm guessing there's some proportional something or another that says this is how you can come into a map and stuff like that. And yes, you could probably go ahead and just draw a line here by turning on a pump and stuff like that. We're not going to do that. No, that would work. So we need to find some ways to funnel people. I think building a granite wall off of here is probably the way to do it. So let's bring it just all the way to the shore like this. And then let's grab granite block. We're going to add a door here. We're going to add a door here. So see, it's just a direct continuation of Lansing's Wall. It will force people to follow this route. And we'll be able to add some turrets up here. So if they come down, then that happens. If they go the other way, then this happens. And we need some turrets up there too. So we are working on it. We have Zebra and we have Spook. Zebra and Spook. Yeah, you can have your cloth toque and your deer hide parka. That's right, you don't even have pants, but I don't think you're in an uncomfortable nudity. Oh, you are at uncomfortable nudity. You arrived in uncomfortable nudity, you big wiener. I don't think there's a lot we're going to be able to do about that. At least, not right now. Now let's grab... Jimmy has done a little changing too. Alright. Oh shit, we have a bear. How are we going to deal with the bear? We're going to grab Soviet, we're going to grab Martin, we're going to grab Jimmy. We're going to recruit them all. We're going to come over here. I know that you guys were in the middle of doing your stuff. Matter of fact, Soviet's got a little... You're a teetotaler, that's fine. Gentlemen, open fire on that bear. But we've got 3 good gunners. So we'll release them. Jimmy, why don't you come haul this bear? And we've got to get Jenny on cooking again ASAP. Oh, there we go. We've researched fundamentals. Excellent. We'll let him keep going, because we are working at getting to our first cleaner bots. Ooh, we have a wolf. 47% missing body parts. Oh, that's okay. We didn't really want it anyway. We've got a ton of meat. Now let's get Jimmy up here. All the medicine. Actually, let's just grab the whole urgently too. Let's yeah, let's do that. That's good enough. So we've got power here. What we really need is more metal. We are already hurting from metal again. So we're gonna have to get back to digging around. A little bit of metal that we've left in here because I wanted this to start being a workshop. Deborah is building some things, which is important. Got a vest. We told him to build a whole bunch of floors, but we're going to have to start doing some experimental mining, which is a thing I wanted to stay away from. If we're going to do the experimental mining, I want to sit away from our actual stuff. So, let's start by doing this. Now, the best way to experimentally mine is to do a 1, 2, yep. That would allow me to see both sides. Now, this is not really the best way to do this, because as you can see, I really have only covered this much. There are some complicated search patterns that you can do. For right now, this is going to be our initial foray. So we'll set it. We still need some people out here to build this other wall. We're still hoping our turrets will actually do something when it comes right down to it. But steel is our new big problem. What's going there? Spectigo. That's right. Minus 15 in the 3rd of April, May. All right. Technically, this is just before our growing season, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Let's go ahead and do a little fast forwarding. We've made a lot of money off cloth. We actually have a lot of money right now. So I am not adverse to buying whatever iron that we can get. Let me go ahead and turn that back on. We desperately need to turn that back on, actually. Now that I think about it. We have no idea who is in orbit and who is not. Jenny. In orbit. What goods trader? Do it. Alright. So, do they have iron? They have steel. 1,500. We're gonna buy it all. We need it, like immediately. So, what can we sell these guys? Shoddy, poor. Poor. Normal. We have a superior cloth armchair from once upon a time. Okay. Rice. Look how much rice that we have. Let's sell them a big chunk of rice. We can just start growing more. That's fine. Not a problem. We also need their components. So we'll just take all the components. Now we have a lot of cloth. We can sell them a lot of cloth. So let's sell them 2,000. Negative 2,000 cloth. Now we only owe them 867. That's looking good, you guys. Looking real good. Let's get rid of just this weird little bit of squirrel skin. Let's go ahead and sell off the paradigm because we have drugs that are chemically fascinated. You know, in the dog. Not a person with those problems. No, it's our puppy. So, There we go. A bunch of stuff. We have a crap ton of metal again. We can get started on what it would take. Let's go ahead and slow this world down again. We can take a look at what it would take to build more military grade turrets. So we're going to keep it in line here. I think. Yeah, why not? They don't really need to be much beyond. So put one here. We'll put one down here. I still want to be able to kind of fire down into that hollow. And that makes them far enough apart that they're not going to explode and destroy each other straight off. Okay. We've got the sandbags going in. Now let's look at how we did our wiring before. We did... Right. So we did two different angles like that. Interestingly enough, we're actually feeding reverse. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. So let's come up here, and what we'll do is... That's 3, right? 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Just like that. I actually want to put the switch back there. And then we can grab this and come over here like this. We'll just right up the front. That is our circuit design for that. With the wall, I think that's going to work out. And then we will consider moving this or doing something with it. It might be nice to put it down here. Or just put it back over here where I built that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, let's even just... Let's save it with that idea. Alright. Check us out. We have made armored vests. Excellent. Where they all went. They should all be put over here. Uh-oh, major Okay, buddy. Well, it's 29. You can... Yeah, you can leave. Yeah, you're fine. Alright, so we found... steel. In a vein here. A whole lot of steel, actually. So what we want to do... is look at mining that out, but we are going to have to kind of come back in here at some point in time, I'm telling you, and actually fill this stuff in, because if we don't fill in some of these things, the bugs move in. And I frankly just don't want to deal with that many bugs. So let's go ahead and allow sowing for the rice again, because we used a bunch of it. We started to allow sowing for the cotton again. Notice that we've got all the little guys there. Oh, we need to do one other thing with power while I'm thinking about it. We need an actual power switch to go here. Space already occupied. Cancel you then. Ooh, actually, that's not where we need that to go. We would need it here, and I don't know if the enemy sensor would work it. So, we have to do just a little bit of reworking. Do it like that. There we go. Just like that. Sadly, if this blows up, that could damage that power line. But we'll see. If it happens, it happens. And I don't think that it is likely. So, is somebody seeing to these guys? They look like they're really hungry. Jenny, go deliver food. Who else is really good? Was it Aslan? Yeah, he's pretty social. Aslan, go deliver food. And now we're going to unmedical these so they can sleep in them, because sleeping on the bed is not useful. Not really. Jenny, what you doing? You are washing with the poor white shower. Okay, fine. But then I want you to come over here and cook. We're running low on food again. And I don't know, maybe I kept her busy. Maybe she's just not normally prioritizing it. I thought that we set her up saying that food was her big deal. Yeah, wardening is really the only thing that should take priority over that for your day-to-day life. Well, negotiate, but I don't really know what that does. Entertain guests and recruit new colonists. So let's bring that down to a 3. It kind of stresses her out. Aslan's good at that too. Cooking needs to be at the top of that. We need to get to the point where we are. Yep, there you go. There you go, Jenny. Go to bed. All right, they enjoyed our stay. They have left us 30 smoke leaf joints. All right. Let's come up here and say that we can store. I want to say it's manufactured rugs, smoke leaf joint. Somebody hauled it somewhere. I hope the dog didn't just eat it. Oh, we can also make some money because we have another AI core. I kind of forgot about that. We could probably also sell off some of these mortar rounds we're not using. All right. We're making some progress here. We've got to get somebody on constructing that wall at some point. Oh, yes. Look at these guys. They have found... Uh-oh. We're in an eclipse. All right, so since we have found so much, we are in a point where we are going to cancel these. Like that. Because we want to get the mining in those. That's pretty much it. That is all the metal that we found there in that node. But we can click on it and we can flag it for haul urgently, which should get it taken away. Useful. Even if it's just the dogs, it's useful. It's one of those times where I am glad to be on geothermal power. I believe we have also done as many of those scrap metals as we possibly can without starting to... Oh, here we go. Tier 1. Investigation to production of simple robotic matrix units used in amateur class robots unlocks Tier 2. Okay. Now, I believe we still have some robots going on because we wanted to do simple cleaning robots. We can find it. There's the hauler. Crafter. ER. There we are. Simple cleaner. That's the next thing that we're going to work on. Oh, we had a breakdown of the heater. Alright guys, let's go ahead and just turn this off for now. We have used up everything that we need to use there. We're going to fast forward through the next. Come on. Minus 20 outside. It's brutally cold. We should be entering our growing seasons, and it is way too cold to do that. That's going to be a problem for us, really. We can also take a look at opening up our new covered workshop area here. I thought we might use it for a new storage room. I would like to move some of this goodies in there, but let's think about it. What do we need to use that for? Now that we finished this, we should get it cleaned up so we can start using at least some of this as quarters. So let's go ahead and just chop the hell out of. Come on. Let's designate plant. Okay, I wanted cut plant. I was choosing. So, okay. That can take care of that. Let's start looking at some structure here. We should be able to put... Let's go with the steel doors. Just knowing that we need it going forward. We'll put the steel doors here. And inside, we're going to go back to the wood doors. So at least those two, neither one of them have any mud in them. This one won't be super pretty, but that's fine. Okay. I don't know that this is actually going to be a thing that we're going to get. So, all right, let's... Oh, we have visitors. Good. Let's go ahead and slow things down here. I want to get back to doing some more... See, beer would be nice. Let's look at... No, brewing's just another job for us at this point in time. And everybody... Well, honestly, actually, it looks like everybody probably could use some more tea. Let's switch this up to Spectago. Allow sowing for cotton, allow sowing for hay grass, allow sowing for heelroot. Because I'd like to use... We've got some hay grass in here, and I should be using that for kibble. As a matter of fact, somebody has got to get on making this kibble. Soviet, Jimmy Carter. Who is assigned to cooking besides Lansing? Cooking. Collier. Collier can do it. Get in here and butcher, buddy. Yeah, you have got to make kibble. We're going to wind up with some more dead dogs. Nobody has a use for more dead dogs. Jenny is set to cook. Good, because we're almost out of food. Alright, so this is a good time for us to use hay. Make kibble. Use hay. Let's go into raw food. And for a minute, let's go ahead and say not to use rice. Should be able to make it using the hay and the meat in here. We've got a lot. What is going on with Jenny? Jenny, what the hell is your problem here, lady? You're totally joy deprived. Alright, well, you know what? You can have the day off. Finish cooking that. Yeah, go have tea. Go do whatever you want to do. Let's take a look at everybody else's mood here. Because I notice that Collier is also kind of in a neutral position. He's not actively unhappy. There we go. So we can produce a simple cleaning robot. I think we're going to go ahead and do a simple builder while we're at it. And then a simple kitchen. Oh, simple builder and then simple kitchen. Because these are really low. And I think we're okay with that. Minor break risk. Jenny. Alright, better. Visitors. A group from Andalera. Now, if I recall right, Andalera... Yeah, we're pretty good friends. The Federation of Indoa that we're having real problems with. And by real problems, I mean we have got to court them or we will lose our nice relationship. Now, Jenny is going to go visit the grave. She misses Lansing, as do we all, to be completely honest. Can we grab somebody and emphasize? How are you, Martin? You are attending a meeting. Martin, if you could come work on this blueprint, I would be very happy. Oh, makeshift fuse blew out. Jump to location. And then these need to be flipped. Okay. Wow. I believe switch flipping is already set as a primary. Deborah, if you would come over here and replace the fuse. Alright. Here we go. Get our batteries back up. Now, let's take a look at Jimmy. We probably boosted him up for the cleaning. Really, he should only be doing cleaning if he's not planting. Let's call that good here. Martin, is okay. Good. Hauling steel. We probably should let him sleep. So, go sleep, buddy. It's that time of night, I know. Combat supplier, that's cool. Nobody is feeding these guys because we told Aslan, get in here and... Why? Deliver food. You've got to give them some food here. We'll grab... Let's see how Jenny's doing. Jenny is up in the blue. She is happy again. Well, yeah, she's happy. So, definitely time to get back to work when you wake up. So, and then Aslan, go deliver food for this guy. I mean, I could just stock some food in there. Like a single cooler. We have a shaman merchant from the Federation of Indoa. Interesting. So Jenny's attempting to recruit Spook. He says no. Zebra's not likely either. We may just let him go, because they take a lot of food. Alright. Zebra actually looks likely to join us at some point. So let's take a look at the combat supplier. Let's look at Zebra real quick. Yeah, Zebra wasn't as useful, but has some great skills. So I'm okay with getting Zebra. We can let Spook go. That's fine. Let's go to Spook, who did have the better gear, but has less than a 1% chance of joining us. We're going to get rid of them. Hey guys, we can make some bank off these mortar shells, which we're not using yet. Let's get rid of the smoke leaf joints. That's just free money for us. And let's get rid of... really wanted to get some of these things up there. Well, we can get rid of all the short bows. That's fine. We can get rid of the dual Berettas. We can get rid of the 2 awful shotguns. We can get rid of... trying to get rid of anything that is poor, that is, or shoddy, or whatever, that's fully repaired. Dual Berettas is cool, but we're going to get rid of it. Because things like... I don't know. What is going on? They fire a burst of 2, they have a range of 23, and they only deal 5 damage. I mean, that's just nowhere near as good as using like a machine gun. So we're just going to get rid of it. I like our normal incendiary launcher. We're going to keep that. I like the idea of the Colt Python as somebody's sidearm. We've got good Glocks. The Glocks are actually better than our pistols. It's damage. It's a half and a half and 8. If we come up here to our pistols, you can see that it's 9, 22, but look how much time it takes to do the cooldown. So they are better, but just a little. We've got a lot of EMP grenades. These incendiary packs are going for an awful lot. So are the frag packs. I'll hang on to those for a little while longer. I don't know the difference between the frag pack. It does 13 and 30, and then the frags. 40. Wow. So it really looks like the fragmentation grenades are way better than the frag packs. It only does... I guess the big difference is this would not be as likely to destroy walls and stuff like that, because it's just a little bit lower. But I don't care. Let's get rid of them. They are just free money. Gas mask, simple steel helmet, armor vest. We don't need any of that. I'm going to keep our incendiary launcher. We'll keep our AK. Keep our good Uzi. We are going to... yeah, let's just get rid of the normal pistol. We've got other pistols to use. and we can get rid of the bolt action rifle. It's not very good. That's right. This one too. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oof. I wish the heavy... We'll repair it. We'll repair it and it will be better. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all right. We're not going to buy any more components. Those are just ridiculous. And I don't know that we need any of poor shivs or even the awful shivs. You guys, we could use some money. I'm thinking about getting rid of these mortar shells. But we're not going to. We don't need the money that bad. Not yet. All right, Jenny, hey. What do we have for the robot trader here? We are learning to design robots, but there's a good chance that we can get some. All right, so the Cleaner 2 base station is significantly good news for us here. What is the robotic matrix? I don't know how we're going to wind up creating those, so we're going to keep the AI core for now. But... oh, wow. Okay, that's actually a really good rate to buy steel. What happens if we bought all of your steel? Oh, yeah, that's way cheap. I'm fine with that. And we're going to go ahead and buy Cleaner 2. That way we don't have to build it. So I think we're okay with that versus this stuff here. Yeah. All right, you guys. Let's hit accept there. Now, we've got to go find where the cleaner came from. Oh, there's our metal. Good. There's our cleaner. Okay. For a second there, I thought the dog was trapped, but I see the route. So let's go install it. Where should we install this? Let's install it in... let's install it in the kitchen. I'm okay with that. Someone will need to do that. Deborah, don't worry about that. Just, if you will, install that. We have a cleaning robot, or a crafting robot somewhere who will deal with it. Now let's go deal with the shop. Look at these fools wandering around in our shooting alley. Don't they know they can get shot? What do they have? They have neutramine. That's a really good rate for it. If we just bought it all, it doesn't cost that much. We can sell it for way more than that. They've also got a psychic animal pulsar that will drive all animals in the region into a man-hunting rage. Yikes. A psychic shock lance that will drop them into psychic shock, but it will brain damage them. Similar sanity. You know, let's just not do that. But I'm totally okay with this. This is actually a really good rate for that, because we can sell it for many times that. So there we go. Have some money. Now, Jenny is doing some cooking for us. I'm really looking forward to getting a basic cooking bot in place. We'll also put that in there. Actually, you know, as much as I like the idea of going for the simple builder, let's move to the simple kitchen instead. Because it's not going to do quite so many terrible things to us if it cooks and screws everything up. Seriously, that's just it. Yeah, it's 16 degrees outside. We'll leave it to cool, but I'm going to go ahead and remove the hold on it. Getting that clean bot will be nice. Admittedly, everything's kind of gross right now. Martin is very tired. He is building some random slate. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Alright, so I'm a little disappointed. I noticed that this paving is not the right kind of paving that will cover this up. And that was one of the big things that I wanted. So, we're going to hit cancel. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to cancel a bunch of that. Because we will come back at some point in time. Oh no, it did start to cover it up. Son of a gun. You guys. Why is it not covered here? Did they not build it? It looks like they did. I can see the little lines behind it. Do they have to do something to cover it up? I don't know. Wait, what are they doing with that? I thought I told them to build some steel doors. Oh, I accidentally canceled those, didn't I? Man! Look at these guys, taking everything I tell them to do literally, instead of just reading my mind and not adding any challenge at all to the game. That's just silly. Okay, so, yeah, Ginny is cooking. Let's go ahead and activate the cleaner robot. Please clean the kitchen. It's gross. And then go clean other places, too. We have a major break risk from Martin. As soon as you finish building this, Martin, you can have your day off. I don't know why you're so unhappy. But the day off is yours. You may go do what you like. There you go, rest. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and switch this over here to auto on for enemy. I think there are ways to change the range, but I don't mind if every single one of these on the map comes on if an enemy is nearby. Not a problem. Doesn't bother. Alright, so Deborah has been doing an awful lot of crafting. But we have a crafter bot. Granted, he's a slightly damaged and screwed up crafter bot. Remember that raccoon got after him, started screwing him up. We can't repair him. I didn't find a mod that would allow me to do it either. So, Ginny is working real hard on keeping the food up. We are going to need that cooking bot sooner rather than later, but we're going to get there. We are going to get there. Now, it might be a good idea to come in here and find Deborah, who, as I recall, is actually she is pretty passable at construction. And by passable, I mean awesome. So we're going to reduce her smithing. We'll reduce her crafting. We're going to put her construction up. I need her to start building walls and security systems and everything else like that. So hopefully she can get in on it soon. Oh, we have a caravan request. White Moroga contacts you with a special trade request. They would like 852 berries, and if they do, they will give us a plasteel bayonet. I don't think we want to do that. We don't have any way of being able to plant those kinds of berries. I don't think. Jimmy. You're sowing rice. You know what? Don't plant. Don't sow. Get out here and sow. We can sow this stuff anytime that we need to. So it's 15 Celsius outside. I really want them to be working on all this. Spook needs food. Aslan. Aslan, we are going to make your most important thing that you do all day over crafting. No, just the smelting and overhauling, which you're doing a pretty good job of. We are going to boost your wardening to 2, because we've got to start feeding these guys. So, Martin's asleep early, which means he'll probably get up early, which means that our whole cycle is screwed up. Well, let's go ahead and end it right here for now. We have metal again. We found a node of metal over here. And we purchased a whole bunch of it. So we are starting to build up a little bit of defense over here. We will start building a wall over here, just to give us some channels to narrow people through. We know that they can destroy right through the walls if that's what they choose to do. And we still haven't been able to successfully recruit Zebra or Spook. I think we're just going to let Spook go. Let's go ahead and just set that up now so I remember it. Spook, 1% chance. Zebra is significantly better, so we are going to try really hard to get zebra in here. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and color Buffy. Because, zebra's dumb. An alright name, but Buffy is cooler. Even Indigo would be better. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. Either way, leave me a comment and tell me what you think. I will see you all next time.